Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, Mr. Bumcrack. Good morning, Peddling. Hope everybody's having a great morning. As you know, Todrick's away, so we can make fun of him today. Oh, God. Hope everybody's having a great morning. All big three of you. Good morning, Sandy. I hope you're having a great morning. Well, like I said, Todd's away on holiday, so we're just going to have to try to make do without him. I know that's going to be hard. Sorry, there's a big delay between the text coming up in the chat and in YouTube. It comes up faster in YouTube than it does in EV Mux. Good morning, Harbor's Hope, Ron. Good morning, Glenn, Swamp Picker. Hope y'all having a great morning. So, little housekeeping here. I surprisingly got a AdSense payment from YouTube for a big whopping $107. Woohoo! It's taken a year to get that, maybe a little over a year. So I guess I'll have to just take Roberta out and buy her a Big Mac and order of fries and a sweet tea, and that about knock it out. Excuse me, my nose is just running out of storm this morning. And we're just on sitting back waiting on Oliver to make his appearance. It'll be my daughter-in-law has to be at the hospital by like 7:30. They're planning on doing the inducing around 8:30, so hopefully by midnight, Jaja and I can go home because we're going to go up there and wait. Good morning, Spam. Because you know we're excited about it. It's going to be a long day, though. That's right, Sandy. If Beard had that orange cap on that little toy gun, I would have had a little bit more, maybe another 3 cents. So just remember that all anything that looks like a weapon needs to have an orange cap on it, on the barrel of it, so they'll know that it's a toy. Yes, Anissa, today is baby day. So, and the mama to be is ready. Jaja's ready. I'm ready. So, we just got to sit back and wait. Unless he decides to make an appearance beforehand, it's going to be this evening. Huh? Yeah, or in the morning, tomorrow morning, depending on how he wants to do. Good morning, Chaz. You been busy? Well, when they give us the A-OK to do that, then I'll share a picture of him with you. You know, I have to wait for their approval. Good morning, Lag. But I will as soon as I can, or I'll have it in the show since nobody. It'll probably be better in the show because nobody ever watches it except for about 14 people. Um, all right, Glenn. Have a safe trip to work. He pops in right before he has to leave and says good morning, and then he has to leave, and then he says hey again when he gets to work. Uh, Good morning, Ping. Okay, yeah, I can do that. So anyway, here's the link if anybody wants to come in and hang out with me this morning. Because I couldn't remember yesterday whether we said we'd have one today or not. Tomorrow, Monday, I probably won't, and it just depends on how things go over the weekend. Good morning, Hank, and good morning, Ping. If I didn't say good morning to you, so since it's coming up on the end of the year, it's fourth quarter. Are you listening more? The gifty kind of stuff, or just same old stuff? Um, and should it really be any different from the rest of the year? Should you be just because it's fourth quarter? Hmm. Any opinions? So, Ping, you did sign up for the list easier, and you're selling more. You wanna turn on your camera and jump in here? Cause it'd be nice to hear from somebody that's not on the payroll. Even though Scott's not on the payroll, you'd swear he was. I think he's getting kickbacks. Um, I'm listing anything and everything ain't listed, can't sell. Okay, I guess I should maybe put that up over here so I can read it. Mayo is back. I had an incident on level 3. Took a couple days off to get it contained. Okay, if you say so, Lag. You signed up on September 30th. So, are you really like it? Well, we need to do a test run on sometime then, and this when you're available to get you all set up. Yeah, yeah, we're glad because we were concerned about Lag. We didn't know if that last mail order bride that he got had done him in. Okay, Ping. The region is safe again. Yeah, mostly. Lag, you worry me sometime about Okay, let's try it again. That's not working. Ping. Well, what I will do is I will go here and I will copy it again just to be in case it's try. It looks like it's the same thing. So anyway, anything? Uh, yeah. Do you So so Hank's talking about that. She lists all the time. Link is working. Let me mute YouTube. Okay. Hank says if it's not listed, it's not selling. You just hear all this stuff. It's fourth quarter. You need to get to listing. Maybe if you're selling Christmassy kind of stuff, uh, gifts and whatnot. I want to. I want to get Ping's list opinion and thoughts on list easier to see if my understanding of it is. What have you been doing, Chaz? You haven't listed in weeks. You been that busy at work? Or you been coming home from work and stopping off at the Rusty Bucket for a few? Yeah, we've noticed that you haven't been popping in, so I figured you were just real busy. Cool. Now, Chaz, you're doing your T-shirts through like Etsy, or are you doing it through like Amazon merch? I'm sure you've told us before. You've told me before, but I'm old and forgetful. You just have to remember that. There she is. How are you today, Ping?
I'm fine. I was trying to figure out how to blur the background here.
If you go down to, well, it's too late now, but if you go down to settings
Oh, it's settings. Okay, let me try it.
and then virtual background, and
Oh
then
yeah.
there's blur.
Okay, there's the blur. Yeah, I was trying to do that before I came in. Come on.
Did you find it?
Yeah, I clicked it. Oh,
Okay.
do I have to click the square?
Um,
It
it
says
says blur background.
right, and then there are three little squares at the bottom of it.
No, it should do it automatic. It says blur black background, and then there's like three squares under blur
Right.
background. Then click one of the two on the right.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah, it blurred.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that one blurs more. Okay, got it. Now I just gotta move this a little bit. Okay,
Well, Lanissa, you can do that too.
set. Alrighty, works great. Okay,
So, so list easier.
yes.
You really like it?
Mm-hmm.
Now,
What I did on September 30th was I did. Okay, I tried to sign up and it was giving me problems, and I don't know why, but anyway, I finally got it signed up for the free one. So I thought, okay, I'll do my 10 and see how it goes. Why do I see the whole?
what?
Okay, I see me at the top and I still see all that other stuff. how do I get out of here so I see the regular show?
You should be see. Do you not see both of us? And then it says
No,
Primo.
no, I just see me with the blur background and all that other stuff.
Um,
Oh, I did. Do I just X out?
yeah, probably so.
Okay, got it. All
Okay.
right. So is that better?
Yep, that's good.
Okay. So I did the 10 free.
Right,
So I'm looking at these screens and I'm thinking, okay, I've seen several YouTube videos on what to do.
right,
It, anyway, it's sort of intuitive. I got the 10 up. And let me tell you, when I had to review the listings,
right,
it's not real flowery, but I'm accepting it because I don't want to rewrite the whole thing.
right,
And it did identify most of them. It I think I told Josh in an email that only one was misidentified, which is not bad. 1 out of 10.
right.
And since then I have put up three more batches. No, two. I think two batches, and I'm on my third one that I'm going to put up today.
That sounds good. Now, are you doing like a bunch of the same thing, kind of
Yes,
item?
yes, these are all Disney pins
Right,
that I've collected over the past 20 years.
right,
So they're all mostly are limited edition, cast member, whatever, because
right,
it was getting out of hand. So I thought I better limit myself. So that's what I did. I just limited to, so that was easy. So I just went through my pile and I picked out 10
right,
that were limited edition. And I have a document camera that takes the front and then I flip it over and I take the back. And I don't have it on a timer because once I put it on there, I have to adjust it because it's not quite straight.
right.
So yeah,
Do you have you tried doing like just one-offs type stuff with it, or is it just been like groups of the same item?
no, they're groups of the same item. That's why I got the document camera, and that's why I decided I would try this because I've got thousands of pins. And I've already sold two after
Right.
they were listed one day,
Well, that's good.
and I've got like 6 or 8 that it says that eligible to send offers, but I'm not going to do it for all of these at all because this is the first time I'm listing them. Plus, it's been a long time, so I figure I'll see how much I can get.
Right.
Now, one of them, you know how sometimes when you decide to go look at your listing live,
Right.
and it tells you all these that are for sale on the bottom.
Uh-huh.
Okay, on one of them, I was listing it for $21, and everybody had them up for 40 something dollars. So
Did you
I
check?
think something's wrong here. So I upped my price to 35.
Well, that's what you're supposed to do, I guess.
So I'm going to be the lowest one if somebody wants that one.
Good
And
morning,
that
Kent.
was the pin that List Easier misidentified on this batch. It was Mr. Toad, and I think it was a badger.
Uh-huh.
It identified it as Winnie the Pooh and Tigger.
Gee.
And I'm thinking, no. But it's doing pretty good on identifying it
Right.
and not real flowery.
Well, see, that's just it. As I've said before, I, you know, if I'm usually when I'm on eBay, I am usually looking for a specific item,
Yeah.
and so I say I'm looking for a widget model number 27653, and see what comes up. I don't really read all the description, and I kind of breeze through it just to make sure it's not for parts only or something like that.
Hmm.
So but I'm not all into that flowery stuff.
Well, it does go into saying, "Oh, be great for your collection," and blah blah blah. But I'm not.
Right.
I don't usually say all that, but I'm not going to take it out. You know.
Well, those Disney collectors are crazy.
Yeah, yeah, they are. And
I mean,
I happened to just look over my feedback the other day, and everything was 5.0 except price of shipping was 4.9. Well, that's because I'm in California and it's going
right,
to cost more. But what I have done is I am passing the discount to the buyer
right,
because I live far from most people. But I'm adding $1 to cover packaging costs.
right.
So I figured, the dollar should offset a little bit the discount.
It's but I was just curious. Like I said, Scott's bearded picker, bearded picker. He drank the Kool-Aid. So I was wanting somebody from outside of that little circle of influence that
Yeah.
Josh has got going on to see what they say. And
Mhm.
I'm glad you mentioned that you did use it or you are using it. But it goes back to the thing about unless you're doing like groups of items.
Yes.
Anissa says that she sells all kinds of stuff, so it doesn't really work for her. Um,
Now I
I
did.
don't.
Okay, I did know. Okay, as I'm doing each group, I'm learning more how the program works and what I'm doing wrong. For instance, I did not put the SKU in for the first couple of batches, and then I
Right,
decided, well, let me try this one. So I put in P/3, and then I clicked on something about uh, upping the SKU. Anyway, as I'm going through and reviewing, I'm looking at it and it's going through, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and I'm thinking, okay, that was the wrong thing to click on. So the next batch I'll go through, I won't click that. And then one batch, I thought I had told it that every listing is to be 2 pictures. And in the beginning, it automatically did that. Every 2 picture, it would make a listing. But this last batch, I had to click 2 pictures and say make a listing. 2 pictures, make a listing. So I clicked on something wrong. So so for those everything sellers,
right,
they can still use it, but it's going to take longer because they don't have the same amount of pictures.
right.
They're not clicking on the category and all of that. So, so everything will be the same. But the more things they can make the same, the easier it will be. And then
Right.
you can go through and change a couple of, different settings.
Well, Scott's been listing all the music CDs and the
Yeah.
DVDs and Blu-rays and stuff like that with it. But
Hmm.
you got if he lists 100 DVDs, it's front and back of photos, front and back of photos, front and back of photos, and then moving on, and it does its thing.
Yes.
But
I watched one of the videos from James Helferstay. I
right,
mean, he didn't say anything, but yeah, that's what he was doing. You could see front picture, back, front, back, front. I mean, that's all we were watching,
right.
So yeah, it could go pretty fast.
Um, and this says the flowery descriptions honestly put me off.
Yeah.
I I use bullet points, and my that's my description. You
Uh-huh.
know, is bullet points, and maybe that's not the right thing to do, but it just get to the point and move on because, like I said, I don't care about all the flowery descriptions and whatnot, and maybe that's a bad thing not to do.
Hmm.
Um,
Well, so far it looks like it's working pretty good because I've sold two right within one day of it listing, and I got a bunch of watchers on there, but I'm not going to send them any offers because
yeah,
it's still early. But I don't think I'm going to even hit the 1,000 for the first month because it's my listings right now. Unless I speed it up or whatever, uh, they're going up like every other day
right,
because I take one day to photograph, and actually that wasn't too bad because somehow on the last batch I clicked on, I thought I saved it, but the computer took a long time, and then I finally, oh, forget it, and I learned it did not save, so I had to retake all of the photos, but it wasn't too bad because like only 10 pictures,
right.
and so yeah, taking the pictures is so much faster. I just can't do it on a camera, on a using a cell phone,
Right.
and neither can I do it using a digital camera. But this a document camera, which let me tell you, it was the third camera I bought. The first one I bought, I connected it together and I couldn't figure out how it's supposed to work. So I sent it back. And it was an Amazon purchase.
Right.
And for some reason, I couldn't put the payment back on my credit card. It would only select gift card. Okay, there goes $80.
Right.
The second one was eBay purchase for $30. The same camera I have now. This one came with a CD, and after looking at the packaging compared to the one I have, this was like an earlier version. Okay, so $30, but it wouldn't read the CD. During the install, it stopped like at 1/10, and it wouldn't go forward. It says ignore or remove, and I thought, oh gosh, let me just ignore and see what more installation I can do. And it stopped again with a different error. So that wasn't working, and I thought, oh gosh, okay. So I filed a return and I sent it back. Now let me tell you, I thought I'd get messed up on this. This guy sent a 4-pound package, and I think you would have to round up to 5 pounds. And he had a priority small flat rate box. That's what he paid for. That was the label. So I thought, oh my gosh, I am going to get that kind of a label and try to ship this big box back. But no, the return label I got was for a Ground Advantage.
Right.
So he paid for Ground Advantage back.
Does it appear to you to become active on eBay as fast as if you were doing it manually?
Oh yeah, faster. I'm going to have, after this last batch, I'm going to have 40 listings up. And that's 40 more than I had 3 days ago. Because right now, I just can't get motivated. My significant other passed away Pearl Harbor Day 2020. And I've closed up the warehouse, and since then, I'm just end items sell similar, and then when somebody said that the listing numbers don't change, I just started to do relist.
Right.
Now I haven't since I started with List Easier. I haven't done that. I'm just letting them go, so those will just re-up for 30 days, and then I'm just adding my new ones.
Good morning, Josh. We were just talking about you. Is that your ears burning? Let me back up to Kent for a minute here, because Kent's my best buddy. Kent, if I had a lot, like I said, like Scott's been listing all these this media, Pinga's listing all of these Disney pins. I just don't have that kind of stuff, and that's kind of, I have a lot of one offs, and that's what Anissa was saying. Now on the stuff that I do have multiples, like I've got some sprockets for a bicycle that I think I got like six of them. I could use it for that because they're the all same item. But I don't think bicycle parts are part of their groupings yet. Um, um, you were talking about what you said that something was acting weird, and you think you clicked the wrong button. Uh,
No, oh, that was the program that saves my pictures.
oh, okay, okay. Because since Joshua was in here, I was on.
Yeah, and when I was watching the YouTube videos on this, the manufacturer of this item, because they sent them out to influencers who
Right,
review these things, and they're getting them free.
right,
And so one of the things he said was that nowhere do they tell you that you got to save the pictures after you take them.
right.
So I'm thinking, okay, I've taken all these pictures. Now how do I save them? You know? So I thought, okay, let me click here, right click or whatever, and there was a save as button.
Okay.
So I'm guessing, I think that's it. So when I did it the last time, and I don't know what was happening with the program, but I got nothing. So I'm just waiting and waiting, and finally it came up with some weird screen. So I just exited out of it, and so I lost the pictures because they never did save. So I just retook them again.
So, do you if a person has um, if a person has a lot of the same kind of stuff that you can list easier, do you recommend it?
Okay, all of what I'm listing, they're all the same category. Disney
Right,
pins.
right,
All of them, all the ones I have, they're one of. I only have one.
right. Well, but they're all in the same category,
Yes, yes.
So,
So it makes it easy because when you go to do your batch, you can select the category,
right,
and and you okay. I was not using business policies previous to this. So when I found out you needed to do that, I went and picked, okay, uh 1 day shipping, and the price, and the returns. So this way you have to click those three items, you know. But then you can set everything else. Okay, all these things with if I sell just one, I'm sending it in a bubble mailer. So I put that in there, 4 ounces, and the package size and all that. And so when it creates your listings, it takes all of that information and it's in your listing. So that's what makes it easier and faster.
right.
Now, if
So,
you have to change the category for every single item you got, no,
right,
it's not going to help you be faster.
right. So you're happy with it,
Oh yes, very happy. I just have to
and
learn the little quirks and the things I not understanding all the way. I mean,
Right. Well, Josh was, he was in the chat, still is in the chat.
Yeah.
He said that, send him an email if you have
Well,
any
I have sent
questions.
him I have sent him two uh, with the little things I found wrong, you know, just to let him know.
Right.
Like, for instance, a couple of times uh, when the characters were misidentified,
Right.
I had to change the description and change the title. Well,
Right.
my the title I put in did not come up saved. You know, I had to go
Right.
in and change it. I
But
don't
like
know.
I said, let's see. Yeah, but I got those listed. I think I got all of them listed, Anissa. But like I said, Ping, you haven't you're not Scott, bearded picker. You haven't drank the Kool-Aid. So, it was good to see one of the family, so to speak, that's using it, and that it's worked out well for you for what you're doing.
Yes. Yeah, I'm glad I did it because I got to get rid of this stuff before I pass because my kids are just going to throw it out. So I figure I might as try to get money from it, you know.
Ping, should you be the lady that's in that commercial? I don't know who it's for, where but I know it's African American ladies, and one of them rolls up the older lady rolls up her garage door and she says, "One of these days, all of this is going to be yours," and her garage is packed with stuff.
My garage is packed with stuff because I closed up the warehouse and we moved everything. Took weekends, and my son just threw it in the garage. So yeah, I got packages on top of packages,
Right.
But I'm gonna have to keep those for later because I got to use a camera to take them, because I can't put it under this document camera.
Right.
It's too big.
Right. And Josh says he will have to check his spam filters because he didn't see the emails.
Oh, well, I got the automated one that says we received your email and somebody will reply soon. I got those.
Well, I'm glad it's working out for you, and I don't want to seem like I'm like Debbie Downer on it or not. It's
No,
just like
but I can
you
see.
got that like Anissa was saying, if you got a lot of ones offs all over the spectrum, it's going to make it's going to be one. I thought about giving it a go on like listing one item to see how I take two pictures of it or take whatever pictures it needs. Because actually, it's still upload. You're still taking pictures. You're still uploading them. It's just processing the actual listing faster.
Well, do the free 10. You can get 10. You can try it. To do 10 free listings. That's what I did to see, the process.
It's well, I I had those free listings like 3 months ago, so I doubt they're in place anymore.
No,
They
no.
probably
He
they probably timed
The
out.
way they have the program, you can do your 10 free every month.
Oh, okay.
You know.
So
So,
um
for instance, on September 30th, I did my 10 free.
okay.
Now, if I wanted to do it again, I suppose I'd have to wait until October 30th to do it, to do the 10 free.
Right.
You know, but but I liked it well enough to say, okay, now I used Commonwealth's code so I could get the discount. So
Right.
I figured I'll venture that much. And then on the 30th of October, they'll charge me the full amount if I want to keep going. But
Right.
now, I used to have a premium store, but I downgraded to basic. And basic gives you 1,000 listings, you know. and I doubt I will list 1,000 items. How how I'm doing it right now. So unless I can go faster with the the taking, because it's the taking the pictures that's taking time, and then reviewing your listings. Now James says he reviewed several times, and if he didn't find any errors, then he was confident to just let them go. But every batch I find some error, so yeah, I want to check them out.
Right. Josh says we refresh the 10 free
Yeah.
listings every once in a while when we launch new features.
Yeah, I remember him saying in one of his things that, yeah, if people who are doing the free one might have gotten it extra free that month when they did, like he said, refresh.
Right.
So, but I don't know if you how you would know that. Oh,
Can't. You're really working that this morning, aren't you? See, and this has got, she's talking about everything she sells all kind of stuff. Monster High, laundry soap, shoes, Estee Lauder makeup, men's suspenders, video games, etc., etc.
so all she has to do is take her Monster High items, however many there are, 4 or 5, and make that a batch, you know, and wait until she's got enough laundry soap and just do that as a batch, you know. Now shoes she can do all in one thing because they're all into the shoe category. So
Can it determine what kind of shoe it is?
I don't know. It depends on how smart this AI is.
I don't know. Because if you have a pair, if you have, because a lot of the dress loafers look or dress shoes look alike.
Yeah,
It's just different
I
brands,
think you
different
need
materials.
to take enough pictures. You know, just like your clothing, you got to take enough pictures of the label and all of that stuff. So if you can take the inside of the shoe where it has the manufacturer's number,
Right.
and the size, and maybe the bottom of the sole if they have an imprint or whatever, it probably could tell you.
Good morning, Jennifer. I didn't see you come in. I'm sorry. Um, and I haven't checked. I haven't checked the. Because it had a limited number of categories in the beginning. I don't
Yes.
know whether they've added any.
Oh yeah. Well, let me tell you. Uh, when I have to pick my category, I have to scroll through a lot of them because it starts out with collectibles, art, and then it goes through the B's and then the C's, and I have to get down to Disneyana. Now, that category, collectibles Disneyana, is maybe a screen full, so it's not too bad for me to pick.
Right.
But but if you have a big category, yeah.
Let's see, time. We have. Oh, cool. Cool. Well, I was just talking about, if like Nissa talks about shoes, she's got she's got a pair from Tom McCann,
Oh yeah.
and it looks just like a pair she's got from Versace. You're going to have to, the inside of the shoe. You're going to have a photo of the inside of the shoe that says Versace or Tom McCann or
Yeah.
any of that kind of stuff to determine which shoes it is. Correct?
Yeah.
Can't. Can't. Yeah, like items. So I guess you the same thing with me, Anissa, is you're going to have to sit down and you're going to have to plan your listing. You're going to have to go through all your crap and find all of the toys. which I would assume it would have to be all like Johnny Quest, or and that just popped into my mind, or any a specific line of toys. Good morning, Sue. But like I said, Pink, I'm glad that you're using it and it's working good for you because uh, I take your word for it.
Yeah, I
Can't
like it. I like it.
can't maybe not so much, but Ping, I'm gonna take her word for it.
We'll see how
Hey
much I'll
Jake.
do in a month.
Hey Jake. Well, Scott talks about that he sells a lot. He sells a lot of stuff he lists with it, and I'm just wondering whether he's just sell because he's selling such a lot. I mean, he's listing such a lot of numbers. I think he's already gone through his
Yeah.
almost gone through 1,000 listings already.
Well, Teresa the other time said she was waiting for the fourth so she could list again because she had already hit her 1,000. So she had to wait several more days, So, you know, I'm not a fast lister, so I
Well,
don't think I'll hit 1,000. I think I'll be lucky if I hit 500.
but if you had 1,000 of the same, do you have 1,000 pins?
Oh, yeah. I've got thousands.
Well, you know how to list the pins now. You need to get them all.
Yeah,
Just
I need to get them up, you know. I
you
mean,
get
I just grab a handful, and yeah, there's many more. I've okay. You know those boxes that the reams of paper come in? I think they're 10 reams to a box.
right.
I got like 3 boxes full of pins.
My God, girl,
Yes, this is 20 years of collecting these. You know? Yeah.
it. You should order takeout and start taking pictures.
Yeah. Well, I don't cook, so I stopped cooking. I
Just
reheat. I microwave.
and what is it? 1,000, and then there's 10,000.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, premium goes to 10,000, but it's also up to about 50, double the price of the premium store.
right.
So I
You
don't know.
you could just get it for 1 month and then downgrade to get all your
Yeah,
pins listed.
that's what uh, some people say. Yeah, once you hit your 1,000, you could unsubscribe. I mean, I see that cancellation button right up. It comes up here and there. So
And I heard one person say on one of the shows where he said that's one thing he likes about it. It's easy to cancel if
yeah,
it's just not working out for you.
yeah.
And a lot of this stuff you have to jump through hoops to cancel.
Hmm.
So I'll give Josh a good attaboy on that.
Yeah, it gives you several reminders, that on such and such a day, they're going to charge you full price.
Sue, Todd is on vacation.
Yeah, for 2 weeks.
Yeah, he's in
Well,
Ireland.
12 days, he says.
Um,
So, Tom, I would say get yourself 10 items that, all of the same category and try it.
like I said, I had to go in there and check and see if they've added anything for bicycles in there.
Yeah.
Because before, it was just limited to like clothes and collectibles and stuff like that.
Hmm. Now,
Jo-
what are bicycle parts where are they listed in? Sporting goods?
Uh, I don't remember.
Oh,
It might be under sporting goods, bicycles,
yeah.
parts. I think it is accessories.
Hmm. Yeah, you should check it. They keep saying they're adding more all the time.
And that's understandable because there's a lot of categories on eBay.
Yep. Hmm. That's why in one of these videos, Josh or someone had mentioned that, the collectibles category was added. So that's why I decided, okay, I'm going to try it. So,
Well, it's I'm glad it's working for you. And like I said, I take your word for it because you're not. Let's see, we are working on solutions to that, John. Um, like I said, I take your word for it, and I take Scott's not going to screw anybody, but Scott gets real enthusiastic. Uh, so I'm glad that you're just a regular reseller, and Scott's a power seller. I consider him a power seller. Um,
yeah, I see John Jones's comment about a tier that's under 1,000, like
right.
500. You know,
It's see, the programming and testing has to be done for the individual category. Thousands of hours of programming and testing. I'm sure, John. I mean, Josh. Y'all. This is a big undertaking, especially bringing in all those categories.
yeah.
So well done. But going back to what Anissa says, it's not going to work for everybody because everybody doesn't have a lot of the same item.
Yeah.
But if you got a case of CDs that you've been sitting on because you didn't want to sit down and take them, take the pictures for them and all that, then a good chance to burn through them. Especially, and if you only need it for 1 month because you got 900 CDs or 25 CDs and some DVDs and whatever. What the hell is Kent talking about now? Reselling isn't for everyone. We need some not reselling.
I don't know what he means by that.
Uh, I don't know. Maybe he's people that I don't know what he means by that. Actually, Kent. These are all tools. Use what you want to be successful. Yeah, Kent, and you have to get dude. I used to demo shit all the time. Companies would send me computers with preloaded software on it. If our plotter wouldn't plot, if our plotter couldn't be driven by their program, they sent me a plotter. I've demoed a lot of stuff, hundreds of thousands, and this would have been in '80s money of computer systems and programming programs for the industry I was in. So, and a lot of it was crap. One thing about what Josh is doing is Josh is a reseller, so he knows what resellers want. Whereas a lot of these back in the days when all this computer stuff was, these surveying programs were coming out, they were written by programmers that were computer programmers and not surveyors or not been in the industry, and they were being told, directed by surveyors and whatnot, and everything was just you had to, it was too it was too difficult to use because the way it was organized, the flow of the organization wasn't. Yeah, 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 Ken. I know he ran it all through beta. So anyway, what time is it? I've been sitting here listening to Ping and
Mm-hmm.
hadn't even paid attention to time. It could have been 10:20. Um, as far as Monday goes, I don't know whether we'll have a show on Monday
Mm.
because because
Yeah.
Todd's not going to be here, and I'm possibly be busy. If I'm not,
If you're not, why don't you post a message?
I will. I'll post something through my Facebook, my Queen City Pickle Facebook group. Um, let me see.
I
Give
don't
me just.
suppose Scott would jump in and do a show.
He might. Uh, he usually is doing his auction stuff on Monday mornings.
Oh,
So anyway, um, so anyhow, well, I'm going to wrap it up here. I got some things
mhm.
I got to get done.
Well, let's hope that new baby comes soon.
You know, he seems to be ready to come out, and he seems like he's going to be a butterball according to the ultrasounds. And
Mhm.
my mother-in-law's niece-in-law, Roberta's mother, and Roberta's niece, Roberta was up this past weekend, and she sent her back. They sent her back with a bunch of wands. You know, the
Wands?
diapers, the
Oh,
one
yeah, yeah.
size,
Well, okay, yeah.
and he might go directly into those instead of the newborns.
Mm, okay.
So
Yeah, I just learned that diapers come in different sizes. Yeah, one through, I don't know, what, five or six?
yeah,
Like that.
yeah, yeah. There's a lot of stuff have changed since we've had little ones,
Yeah.
and I've not been. I haven't bought any. Matter of fact, I cut down through the baby aisle just to see what all was down through there. I was at the
Yeah.
grocery store, and none of the baby food looks the same.
Mm.
Any of that kind of stuff. Which and this will probably just fell out on us when I said baby food. She's probably going, "You buy baby food off the counter. You're supposed to hand make that so there's no impurities and there's none of that bad stuff in it."
Yeah, no. Not me.
No, me either. Let's see, Tom. I'm sure the house has good. Yeah, I'm sure it does. Dougie and Ray.
I've never heard of them called turd catchers. Yeah, yeah, those disposable diapers are not cheap.
Yeah, but how many people want to deal with cloth diapers?
Yeah, that's true.
I
I
mean,
don't think many.
there's a diaper service here in Charlotte. There's several services here in Charlotte, but I just you know
Yeah.
skip. I'll skip all of that and go just direct.
The cloth diaper is only good to use as a burp towel.
Yeah. I use them. Let's see what is this. Oh God. Yeah. So anyway, y'all have a great weekend. Think about Todd while he's traveling. Thank you all for coming in here and hanging out with me this morning. I started not to do one, but I thought I would. Um, thank you. Like I said, thank you all for coming in here. Even you can't. You always keep the chat motivated. Anissa, get it worked out so you can come in here. Anyhow, y'all have a great day, great weekend. We'll see y'all later.
All right.
Thanks. Thank you, Ping.
Sure. Bye.
Bye.